Hi Leo, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Leo and Aquarius on Fridays. Also, the deck that I'm using today is called the Bianco Nero. And as always, if you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, my information is in the description below. So I do want to just give you guys the heads up that sometimes the cards like to flip over in the deck. I do see them, however, I usually only take cards that jump out like these ones have. And usually if they fall out in groups that are a little bit too big, I'll go ahead and put them back. But my goal here is to get you guys roughly 8 or 9 cards, and then we can get started on your reading. So I'm just going to, there they are. All right, Leo, so I do just want to remind you guys that in case you enjoy the reading, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. But your overall energy here is the Five of Wands. So whenever we have the Five of Wands, we know that there is conflict or competition that is involved in the situation. So I think that you guys are probably in a situation where there is a lot of conflict here. I get the feeling that people don't really like you, probably because they're feeling threatened or jealous, because the Five of Wands also talks about competition. So I think that you, in your own presence, demonstrate some kind of threat to them, regardless of if you're trying to or not. And I don't think you are. I think you're just trying to go about your own stuff, but this person feels very threatened by it, even though there really shouldn't be any point to them feeling that way. I don't think that's your intention. But either way, you have here this Four of Cups in reverse with this Six of Pentacles in reverse. So the Four of Cups to me talks about this energy of dissatisfaction, and the fact that you have it in reverse tells me that I think you guys are really coming to a point where you're kind of satisfied with the things that you have, right? So the symbolism of this card is that this man has 3 cups and he's being offered even a 4th cup, but the cups isn't what he wants, right? Or either he doesn't want cups at all, or he wants even more cups than what he has. So the fact that this is in reverse for you guys, I think that you guys are getting to a point where you're happy with the things that you have and you're ready to maybe shift gears into working on something else, right? So it's like this is already done, and now you can move on to something else. So it feels like whenever you have the Four of Cups in reverse, you're being reinvigorated, and you're able to move forward now. With the Six of Pentacles here, you guys are probably overgiving. The Six of Pentacles talks about charity, and it talks about generosity, right? And the fact that it's in reverse for you guys tells me that right now may not be the best time to be overly generous and overly charitable. I think that you guys should really put yourselves first right now, because once you do, you're going to be able to get things really rolling, right? Because I think that a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow is that in order to help others, you need to be in a position where you're able to help others, right? Because I feel like a lot of people try to help others as a sort of distraction from their own issues, and that can be very detrimental to yourself. So you need to be able to be in a point where you're able to do that, and not overgive to where you can't even have anything for yourself, right? Because you need to be stable and good as well. And then you have the Two of Cups here with the Two of Swords in reverse. Now, the Two of Swords in reverse to me is actually a really good energy, because the Two of Swords in the upright talks about indecision, indecisiveness, and then inaction. So whenever we have the Two of Swords, it's like a complete screeching halt. And the fact that it's in reverse tells me that you guys maybe were in that energy for a little bit, but now you're moving forward again. And I feel like it feels like you guys are really coming out of a rut or feeling unstuck now, which I think is fantastic. And then you have the Two of Cups, which talks about heavy soulmate energy. So I'm thinking that for a lot of you guys, you're either entering a new connection with somebody who really fulfills you emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and also just really checks off all those boxes for like the perfect person. Or you're already in a connection with this person and you're really like coming to terms with how the dynamic in the relationship is for you, right? Because those higher soulmate relationships can be a little bit messy sometimes, but they're very fulfilling in ways that other normal relationships aren't. And that can be you could feel culture shocked if it's like your first experience in those like higher level relationships. Either way, you have the Nine of Cups here with the Four of Swords in reverse, which are really good combination of cards, Leo. The Nine of Cups talks about wish fulfillment. So whatever you guys have been wanting to manifest here for the past probably couple months or so, you're going to start to see that really come into fruition. And even if you don't start to see the whole thing, you're definitely going to start to see some kind of basis for it. You're going to start to see the foundation be laid out. And then you also have the Four of Swords in reverse. Now, the Four of Swords is awesome energy because the Four of Swords in the upright talks about resting and taking a break, right? Taking time to rest. And the fact that you have it in reverse tells me that you guys have taken your rest and now you're ready to move forward, right? Like I was saying earlier here with the Four of Cups, you guys feel invigorated and you're able to really move forward and have a huge impact on the things that you're trying to get done, right? Where I am a little bit concerned is that you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse, right? So the High Priestess, to me, is a very powerful, powerful card. And it talks about your intuition and your gut feeling. And because it's in reverse, tells me that you guys really aren't listening to your intuition. And, that's a shame because, your intuition is going to help you out so much. It's your spirit guides, it's your higher self, right? All that is going to help you. And I think that sometimes it just takes time and it takes a little bit of work on our part to be able to really listen to our intuition. Sometimes we get like those intuitive pings, but we're not the best at listening to them, right? And we don't act upon that. But I'm getting the feeling that right now, if you were to really try to hone in and listen to your intuition, you're going to see a lot of this progress because you have the energy. It's here. You have the Four of Swords in reverse. You have the Four of Cups in reverse. I'm seeing also with the Two of Swords in reverse, you guys are taking action. You guys are moving. You guys are progressing, right? And then the Four of Pentacles in reverse, to me, talks about selfishness, right? It talks about hoarding resources for yourself. So the fact that you have it in reverse tells me that you guys, aren't really selfish people by any stretch of the imagination, right? Like I was talking here with the Six of Pentacles. I think that these two energies are very there's a very clear dichotomy here. This is being selfish and keeping everything to yourself, and this, in your context, is being too charitable and giving everything away, right? Normally that's not what the Six of Pentacles means, but because we have these two energies here, I feel like they're two extremes and two sides of the same coin, right? So I think that universe is really asking you to strike up a real balance between these two things. When are you overgiving? When are you undergiving? When are you not putting enough into the situation? When are you putting too much into the situation? Because I feel like this is also you putting energy into a situation, right? So I feel like a lot of you guys might have really big projects or things that you're dedicating yourself to, but at some point you need to rest. At some point you need to do this. And right now you might not feel the need to rest because you probably have been recently, but like what about in the future? What about if you get burnout, right? I feel like these are a lot of things that you need to be thinking about, but you have the energy to do it. So I would say take full advantage of it while you have it. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles, right? So the Ten of Pentacles is actually a really good card. So it's a little bit unfortunate that you have it in the reverse, but that's okay because like I was saying, you have all this energy to move forward and change things and make things happen. The Ten of Pentacles is my happy wife, happy life card. So whenever I see it, I know that you guys are really working towards that happy home. And whatever that home looks like to you is what you're trying to get, right? So for some people that might look like a nice house with a white picket fence, 2 kids, a dog, right? And for other people that might be like a condo downtown, like whatever that looks like to you, you're working towards that. And you know, that's amazing energy to have, especially since you have so many pentacles in it. So many pentacles. Yeah, you have the 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, right? So that's 3 Pentacles cards. So that tells me that you guys are working a lot towards stability. And you also have, right, 1, 2, 3 of these cup cards, right? So I feel like you guys are working towards not only physical stability, but also emotional stability. And I think that that's going to be very beneficial for you guys. But that was your reading first time around, Leo. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like or a comment because it really helps out the channel. And I personally really love to know if these readings resonate with you guys. But like I said before, I upload my new Leo videos on Fridays. But in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading.